Today's flow will be focused on our sacral chakra, located right beneath our belly button. It's a center of emotions and feelings and plays an active role in sexual expression and desires. Imbalances can manifest as feelings of fear and overwhelm, while a balanced chakra allows for heightened creativity, joy, intimacy, and abundance. There are many ways to achieve this balance, and yoga can help tremendously. Let's begin by taking a few moments using our breath to ground down into our practice. Take a deep inhale through your nose, feeling the air expand in your chest, and then sinking deep into your belly. Holding the air there for 3 seconds. And then sighing it out of your mouth. Let's take another breath like that together. In through the nose. Feeling the cool air as it circulates throughout your body and lands deep into your stomach. Feeling that belly expand beneath your hands. And then releasing, open mouth exhale. Let's take one last breath together. And this time, as we inhale through our nose, let's send that energy to any part of our body that may feel a little tight or a little tense. Maybe it's your lower back, maybe it's your shoulders. Breathe into that area. And as we open our mouths to exhale, let's release that tension with our breath. Beautiful. Now let's take a few breaths on our own. Inhaling through our nose, pressing our lips shut, and exhaling through our nose. Using these active breaths to go inward and set an intention for our practice today. If you don't have an intention, I offer you the intention to release expectations and remain present in the moment. And when you're ready, inhale, allowing your ear to drop down to your shoulder. And exhale as your head rolls back and around. Inhaling as your chin drops down to your chest. Moving that ear back around to your shoulder. And exhaling as your face faces the sun. Just take a couple of these neck rolls at your own pace, remembering to sync your breath to your movement. Inhaling as your neck drops, and exhaling as it makes its way around. Really opening up that neck, loosening up any tight muscles. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and reverse the movement into the other direction. Let's go ahead and allow our heads to return to the center. And this time we're going to inhale our shoulders up towards our ears. And as we exhale, sending our shoulder blades towards each other and rolling them down our backs. Inhaling those shoulders up towards our ears. And as we exhale, sending them down our backs. Let's take a couple of these. And when you're ready, maybe reverse. So sending the shoulders forward, really feeling that opening in the shoulder blades. Inhale that right hand to your left knee, sending the left hand over your head for a deep side body stretch. Really feeling that stretch, opening up the rib cage, keeping your sit bones grounded to the mat here, and breathing. Exhale as you reverse. Inhale, sending that left hand now to the right knee, and the right hand goes over your head for a stretch on the opposite side. Releasing that stretch. Inhaling your hands high up into the sky. And as you exhale, we're going to send that right hand back to the left knee. And this time the left hand goes behind us for support as we twist to the left. Inhale to lengthen that spine. And exhale to twist a little deeper into that left side body. Breathe here. Inhale both hands back up into the sky. And as we exhale now, the left hand goes to the right knee as the right hand goes behind us for support. Again, inhaling to lengthen the spine, and exhale to twist a little deeper. Inhaling both hands high into the sky, allowing them to meet at the center. Let's now flip our palms to face outwards. And as we exhale, slowly move them towards the ground, creating an auric field of light and protection surrounding us. Breathe here into this space, remembering our intention of presence and no expectations. Let's meet in a tabletop position on our hands and knees, making sure our wrists are directly beneath our shoulders and our knees are directly beneath our hips. And on the next inhale, we're going to arch our spine, sending our gaze up towards the sky, sending our tailbone towards the back of our head for cow pose. And on the exhale, we're going to round out our spine, taking our gaze towards our thighs, grounding through our hands for cat. Inhaling for cow. exhaling for cat. Really stretching out that spine. Let's take this a few times at your own pace, remembering to sync your breath with your movement. And when you're ready, go ahead and meet me in a neutral spine. And from here, we're going to extend that right hand in front of us as if we're reaching to shake someone's hand, while simultaneously extending the left foot back as if it's reaching to touch a wall behind us. Coming into bird dog position. Maintain your balance here. Find a focal point to help you keep steady. Inhale here. And as you exhale, bend that knee and bend your elbow, bringing them to meet at the center. Inhale to extend both out. And exhale as they meet in the center. Let's do this a few times at your own pace. Inhaling to extend. And exhaling to bring them both to the center. And on the next inhale, option to stay here fully extended. Or second option, to bring that right hand around to the back, grabbing onto that left foot, actively kicking out from the foot into your hand, opening up your chest to the sky, breathing here. And when you're ready, go ahead and release them both back down to the mat. Take what you need in this moment. Stretch out your hips. Shake out your wrist as we prepare for the other side. Extending your left hand now in front of you. Sending the right foot back. Inhale here. And as we exhale, bringing both towards our center. Inhaling to extend. Exhaling to release. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling here. And if you tried on the other side, go ahead and try on this side. Extending that hand back to grab your foot. Opening up that chest. Breathing here. And releasing it all back down to the mat. Coming back into a tabletop. Let's slowly walk our hands out in front of us, sending our chest down towards the mat. Stretching out through the lower back here, allowing our chin to rest on the ground in puppy pose. Breathe here. And when you're ready, walk your hands back in towards your body, coming back into our tabletop. Let's move our knees as wide as the mat, allowing our big toes to touch, sending our hips down and back, and coming into a child's pose. Resting in this restorative position, allowing our third eye to graze the mat, maybe rocking back and forth. Breathing deep here. And when you're ready, let's meet back in tabletop. Tucking our toes, Sending our hips up and back, coming into our first down dog of the practice. Go ahead and pedal it out. Inhale, grounding through your hands, and as you exhale, send your chest towards your thighs. Inhale up onto your tippy toes. Exhale, sending your heels to the mat. Go ahead and walk your toes to the back of your wrist for a forward fold. Slight bend in your knees as you let your body hang heavy, maybe grabbing on to your elbows, rocking back and forth, shaking your head yes, shaking your head no. Just really allowing your blood to flow in a different direction. Breathe here. Releasing your hands to the mat, straightening out your legs. Let's inhale into a half fold, keeping a straight spine. And exhale, sending that energy back into a forward fold. On the next inhale, we're going to come up one vertebrae at a time, allowing your neck to be the last thing to snap up. Rolling your shoulders down your back, grounding through your feet. Standing tall like a mountain, we're going to inhale our hands high into the sky above us. And exhale for a slight back bend. Inhaling back to the top, allowing our hands to meet. Bringing them down to our center chest and folding over. Stepping back into a plank position. Keeping our core strong here. Tucking our elbows into our sides as we lower down towards the mat. Untucking our toes. Inhaling up into up dog. Pushing through your hands and shining your chest forward. Making sure your thighs and your knees are raised off of the mat. And then exhaling into down dog. Let's send our right leg high up behind us, coming into a three-legged dog. And then bending our knee, sending our foot between our hands. Checking for alignment, making sure our ankle is right below our knee. Let's inhale our hands up into the sky, coming into a high lunge. Inhale here, extending your fingers high into the sky. And exhale, moving your shoulders away from your ears, opening up. On the next inhale, send that right hand behind you and come into a reverse lunge, opening up to that right side body. On the next inhale, sweep that right hand back up to the front. Exhale here. Inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to sweep now the left hand back behind us, rotating our feet out, coming into warrior two. Adjusting our feet as we need them, making sure everything is in alignment. And again, our knee is directly over our ankle. Straightening out the front leg, bringing the right hand towards the right ankle and sending the left hand towards the sky, coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Sending your gaze above. Let's go ahead and bring that left hand over our head, stretching our side body, and exhaling it back into the sky. Inhale as we stretch it above our head, and exhale as it reaches back up into the sky. Inhale as we stretch it above our head, this time allowing it to touch the mat. Slowly walking both hands out to the side, coming into a wide-legged fold. Allowing the top of your head to drop heavy towards the mat here. Maybe grabbing on to either ankle, pulling your chest towards your thighs to deepen the stretch. Inhale into a half fold. And exhale, allowing your head to drop back down. Inhale into a half fold, sending your arms out wide, bringing your torso upright. Adjusting our feet so that our toes are pointed to the corners of the mat. We're going to inhale our hands high above our head, allowing our thumbs and pointers to come into contact. As we exhale, bending our knees, cactusing out our arms and coming into goddess pose. Making sure to rotate our thighs outward so our knees don't sink in. Maybe adding a little movement. Inhale back up to the top, stretching high into the sky. Exhale, sinking low into that goddess pose, tucking that tailbone. And again, rotating the knees so that they're strong and not sinking inward. Breathing here. Inhale back up to the top. Exhale, sinking as low as you can get into this position. Breathing into the thighs, feeling that burn. Inhale back up. And as we exhale, we forward fold back into our wide-legged stance. Walking our hands now to the back of our mat, keeping that left hand by the left ankle. We're now gonna send the right hand high into the sky, keeping our legs straight, coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose on the opposite side. Engaging the core, making sure our core doesn't sink down. Inhaling here. Next inhale, send that hand over your head. Exhale it back up into the sky. Inhale, stretching over your head. Exhale as it reaches back up into the sky. On the next inhale, stretch it over your head. Then allow it to meet the mat. Slight bend in that left knee. As we inhale, both arms high and come into Warrior Two on the opposite side. Be sure to adjust here, making sure everything is in alignment and you're keeping a strong gaze over that left middle finger. Inhale, sweeping the right hand up, coming into Warrior One. And on the next inhale, we're going to sweep the left hand behind us and come into reverse lunge. Breathe here, feeling that twist in your side body. And when you're ready, sweep that left hand back up and then send both hands down to the mat. Coming into a down dog. Breathe here. Let's inhale up onto our toes. And as we exhale, sending our knees down to the mat and coming down into a child's pose. Really feeling our breath expand in our bellies, between our thighs, and just resting here. And when you're ready, come back up into a tabletop position. Tuck your toes and come back into a down dog. Sending that right leg high up behind us, bending that knee, and sending the right knee towards the wrist, coming into pigeon. Walking our hands in towards our body, inhaling here. And as we exhale, walking our hands in front of us, creating a pillow with our forearms and resting our head for sleeping pigeon. Being sure here to stay centered and not allow your body to fall to one side. Breathing here, feeling the stretch in our hamstring. And opening up our hip. And when you're ready, let's begin to wake up the pigeon, bringing your hands in closer to your body. And you're free to stay here, enjoying this stretch. Or if you want to go a little deeper, bending that back knee, sending that hand back to grab it, or sending both of your hands back and coming into king pigeon. Totally up to you. It's your practice. Let's go ahead and release that foot if you grabbed it. Press off the ground, sending that right leg high into the sky into a three-legged dog, and then back down into a down dog. Sending the left leg now high up behind you, bending that knee, and then bringing it towards your wrists, dropping it down to the mat, coming into pigeon on the opposite side, looking back to check the alignment, centering yourself, and breathing here. Inhale. And as we exhale, let's begin to walk our hands slowly forward, making another pillow with our forearms and coming down to rest and sleeping pigeon. Really taking the time here to tune into our breath. When we're ready, let's begin to wake those pigeons up, lifting our heads, bringing our hands back in towards our bodies. And again, option to stay here, or second option, to to bend that back knee and reach back to grab that foot for a deeper stretch. If you opted to grab the back foot, let's go ahead and release it to the mat. Press off your hand, sending that left foot high up behind us into a three-legged dog, and then back down to meet the right foot. Coming into our final down dog of the practice. Breathe here. Maybe inhale onto your toes. And as you exhale, sending your heels closer to the mat. Just noticing that this is a little deeper than the first down dog we did. Inhale back onto your toes, and as you exhale, move your knees down to the mat, coming into a tabletop. Sending your hips back and swinging your legs around to the front. Let's come into a seated position with our legs straight out in front of us. Bending our leg, let's send the right foot over the left knee and allow the left foot to come by the right hip. Inhaling both hands high into the sky. Let's twist the right elbow, interlocking with the right knee. And breathe here. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling to twist a little deeper. Keeping our sit bones grounded to the mat and feeling that stretch in your lower back. Breathe here. And when you're ready, untwist those legs, sending them straight out in front of you. Now bending the left foot over the right, sending that right foot by the left glute. Inhale, both arms high into the sky. And as we exhale, sending that left elbow to the left knee. And breathing here on the opposite side. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling to twist a little deeper. Sending our gaze over our right shoulder. Breathe here. Untwisting, sending both legs out in front of us. Let's now pull that right foot into the left thigh. Inhaling both arms high into the sky. Let's fold over from our hips, leading with our chest. Maybe your forearms are touching the mat. Maybe you're grabbing onto your foot if it's within your practice. Or maybe you're grabbing onto your calf. But be sure to lead with your chest and let your head be the last thing to drop down. Breathing here. Let's slowly begin to walk our hands back up our leg and switch sides, bringing that left foot now into the right thigh. Inhaling up and exhaling as we lead with our chest and fold forward, grabbing on to that right calf. Breathing here. Slowly walking our hands back up, pulling both feet in towards our body to touch, and folding over for a full butterfly stretch. Breathing here as we release any tension. Rising up, let's turn to slowly meet on our backs. Let's bring our knees into our chest as we spread our legs and wrap our hands around the outer edges of our feet, coming into Happy Baby, pulling our knees closer to the earth and kicking out with our feet. And from here, you can stretch any part of your body that you think needs a little more love before we lay our feet down flat and come into corpse pose, our final resting position for the practice. Releasing everything onto the mat. Let's relax all 10 toes. Relaxing all 10 fingers. Relaxing your tailbone to the mat. And allowing your breath to fall naturally. Breathe into this position as you release the tension between your eyebrows. Relax your eyeballs. Relax your jaw. And remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Just breathe here. If you'd like to take a longer Savasana, I invite you to pause the tape here and take your time. But if not, I invite you to wiggle all 10 toes, wiggle your fingers, and on the next inhale, lifting your hands above your head. And as you exhale, turning over to either side, using your bicep as a pillow as you bring in your knees to your chest, coming into fetal position. It's been said if you rolled over to your left, your body is looking to be grounded. And if you rolled over to your right, you're looking to be energized. So just pay attention to what side your body intuitively rolled over to today. And when you're ready, use your free hand to press off of the earth and come into a seated position at the top of your mat, keeping your eyes closed. Let's inhale both hands high into the sky, allowing our palms to touch at the center. Slowly moving our hands down to our forehead, letting our thumbs massage our third eye. Let us be reminded that all of our realities begin here in our minds. So let's feed ourselves positive and affirmative thoughts at all times. Slowly moving our hands down towards our mouth. Let us be reminded to not only keep these thoughts in our mind, but to speak them out into the world so that others can benefit from our positivity. And now moving them down to our heart center. Let us be reminded to be open to the act of giving and receiving love abundantly in the many ways that it presents itself to us. Take a deep inhale, and as we exhale, we bow to say Namaste. The light within me honors and loves the light within each and every one of you. Thank you for breathing with me, and I hope you have an amazing day.